What's up, guys? Did you say Paul Clapp? Oh, what's up, guys? Welcome to another Everything Money live stream. We have Mo back in Ohio.
How are you guys?
Welcome, Mo. Mo was just put in a timeout by my brother in a group chat. Mo was getting a little too talkative.
I had mad jokes, and he can't handle them.
Guys, we're working on some exclusive content. There was a bat in my house on Monday.
You almost broke your toe.
It's pretty much sprained. I stepped on a metal 2x4 stud.
Also,
we have the security camera footage from my house of me battling this bat, and we're going to put it together as exclusive content for our community.
We do. So don't think that this is just like, oh, Paul had a bat in his house. That's weird. No, this happens every year.
That is not true. I've had 3 bats in the house that I've been in over the last 12 years. One was in Mexico.
I feel like that's higher percentage than the average person.
Yes, it is. And then once was almost 3 years ago. It was like July or August of 2021. And then the other day, Lisa and I are watching Emily in Paris. I'm laying on the couch. Lisa's laying right next to me, like this way. And she goes, I saw a shadow. I'm like, you didn't see a shadow, you saw a bat. She goes, no, I saw the shadow. I go, yeah, Lisa, there's a shadow of the bat coming over us. The bat just swirling around. 2 hours later, I was battling the bat with my leaf blower. At one point, the bat's coming at me, and I have the leaf blower aimed at the bat, and the bat's like basically midair, like flying at me, but not moving because the leaf blower is pushing against it.
It's like a Matrix movie.
Yes, it was. I had to get so it was funny. I'm scared to death of this bat touching my skin. So I had this like scarf on me. I had this paintball helmet like Dwight Schrute. And I told Lisa, I'm like, I need to get my Canada Goose jacket. I have this huge Canada Goose jacket for like skiing, and it's just absolutely like huge. She said, no, you don't need that. Then I was like, okay, I'm not tackling this bat. We happened to catch it in the gym of our house, the very last room of the house that we checked. And not one of those things where like, what's the last one? Because you found it. Like literally, if it wasn't in that room, we were like, maybe the bat left. It was right there on the wallpaper. So we closed the room off. I'm getting ready. Finally, we go out and run. I'm like fighting. I'm like jumping all over the place. I hurt my hand. I was like falling everywhere. Finally, at the end of the day, I got the Canada Goose on. I got the paintball hat, got the hoodie on, and I felt invincible. So I went in there, and I noticed. So I got him on the ground, and then I noticed when I put the blower on him on a very light amount, he would still grab the grout line, and that's how I kept him on the ground. And Lisa gave me a bucket. I put it on top of him. Bat gone. Yep. So Paul's not introverted. He's a vampire, confirmed. Correct, Matt.
That's what I said.
Oh, God. I do live in Ohio, Yazid. It was incredible. So the camera footage we have, it's aimed. So I opened the off the gym. We have like a big patio door. It's on our lower level, big patio door. So I opened the patio door, and the bat just kept running into the windows on the side, not through the patio door. So that's why I was like,
and you can see that on the footage.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. The thing's just swirling around.
So funny.
It's like, and then you see me in the reflection of the patio because the camera's aimed towards the patio door, not to the left where the shower and the sauna is. So you see me in the reflection of the back, like falling and like battling this thing, like ducking. It's just, yeah, Lisa was like, you're my hero. I'm like, shut up. I hate you. Like all I remember, I told her at one point, I'm like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm like, so we have a back staircase that goes from our master bedroom right into the gym. We had that closed off though. And Lisa's like, Paul, I'm not going to bed above us. I leave. I'm like, Lisa, we can't do this. So finally, I'm just like, listen, if I wake up in the morning, that bat's not in that gym, I'm going to be scared to death. Like, where the hell is this bat? So I'm like, get me the Canada Goose. I put the goose. I mean, and this thing is like, yeah, anyhow, that was my fun story for the week.
Incredible.
Yeah. Oh, look at you, Ants of the Sky. Target. Okay, so maybe we should go over some Target now, or wait. We'll go 5 minutes from now because we want to get more people in the live stream. Remember, guys, if you're watching this and not subscribed to this channel, remember this is a different channel than our main channel. This channel is purely based on 4 or 5 earnings, economic news reactions per week. That's our goal for this channel. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you're part of our community, of course, make sure that you make requests in the community chat on what stocks you want to see. We're going to do an awesome video soon. It's coming out next week where we're taking 5 of our community member requests, their stock analyzer tools, and I'm going to go blind. I don't know what the stocks are. I'm going to go blind in them when I record it. And I'm basically going to get Nick to go, Paul, here's stock number 1. Here are the people. And I'm going to go in there and start talking about it. Are you on that video with me?
I don't know. Maybe. Sounds fun.
You want to do it?
Yeah.
Let's do it together.
Sounds good.
But I'm recording that. I'm starting to record that today.
Sounds good.
Okay. Sounds good. Paul going to live in Target for Pride Month. Every month is Pride Month for me, Rob. Paul, do you think China is now in a bull market? I have no idea, John. I really have no clue.
Oh, Lululemon is sub 300. That was one of those that just couldn't fall.
Oh, Yazid, maybe you're right. I don't know. I think they're different experiences, though, Yazid. Kroger doesn't sell everything that Target sells, and Target doesn't sell everything that Kroger sells. Oh, my God. Hans wants your skincare routine so bad.
God. So weird.
Hey, thanks, Neil. We appreciate that. I appreciate that very much. Oh, there's something I did want to show everybody. Guys, look at this. Look at this. U.S. interest payments on debt set to overtake defense spending.
Wow.
Look at this.
That's interesting.
From 1995 to 2015, interest rate spending was pretty much the same.
Wow.
But the difference in the amount of debt we had was insane. All of a sudden, you get a massive run up in debt and interest rate. And guys,
Boom.
Whenever you have debt, it's taking away from the future in some fashion. I shouldn't say whenever you have debt. That's not true. Because if you buy a piece of real estate and you borrow at 6%, but you're getting 8% return, you're probably creating more wealth for the future. But it's all based on the return you're getting. Someone could argue maybe the return we're getting on the $34 trillion we invested back in the country is good. I don't know. I don't know about this. But this is, to me, like a worrisome thing. It's not worrisome today, but it'll be worrisome at some point in the future unless this turns around. Mm-hmm. And how do you turn this around? There's a few options. 1, increase taxes. And we all know that's going to be the easiest one to do. 2, decrease interest rates. I don't know about that. And 3, decrease spending. So,
number 3 sounds pretty likely.
Yes. As everybody knows, I'm a libertarian. I'm not a fake right-winger like Mo is, who's a Republican. What was that? Trumper. I don't care who you are, what side of the aisle you're on. This is your go-to. This is your go-to. And by the way, if anybody thinks it's just going to be on the wealthiest, you're out of your mind. Because the 400 richest people in the country, if you took 100% of their wealth, it wouldn't put a dent in this whole situation. Right? So Rob hates Bill Gates. Take all of Bill Gates' money, Rob. It ain't doing a dent in this thing. Right? It's just, it's going to go trickle down to the middle class in terms of higher taxes as well as less jobs and definitely the poor at some point. I'm sorry. That's just the way it has to be. You're not going to see this any different. What do you guys think about that? Oh, shit. Tahir. Look at that.
Just go back to this Lululemon thing. It was at the beginning of the first day of the trading year this year. It was at $509 a share.
What's that now?
Today it's at $299.90.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a massive fall for something.
That is a massive fall.
Wouldn't fall.
That is a massive fall. What's guana? Am I falling for something here?
I don't know what guava is.
Is it guava or guana?
I don't know.
Yeah, Busta. You know, when Mo's in Florida living his retired life. Yeah, Rob, that's the thing. I agree with you.
Right.
I agree with you.
It's just easier to do it.
It's just easier to raise taxes.
Don't worry about the repercussions.
Yeah. At the end of the day, they have to go, they're going to have to fill a gap. And what's the easiest way to fill a gap? Raise taxes. Mm-hmm. That's it. Guys, I started talking about my one tax plan again, and I'm gonna start showing that soon. But yeah, Bill Gates, my favorite farming expert. Yeah, because what's his name? Melinda left. What's her name? Melinda left the Bill Gates and Melinda Gates Foundation.
Kidding.
Yeah, Melinda and Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Why can I not speak? Who decides what's an estimate to a stock? If you say the market, who's the market? I don't know if I understand what you mean, Yazid. Can you clarify that a little bit? An estimate to a stock. That's
on CVS.
I think CVS is a better option than Walgreens, in my opinion. Oh, 10-10. It's pretty much 10-10.
Target time.
Target time. Guys, let's look at Target here. Here's what Target reported. Net sales. Estimated 24.13, actual 24.5. Diluted EPS 205, actual 203. They missed there. Gross profit margin 27.7 versus 27.4 estimated. Did well there. Comparable sales basically the same, but a little bit of a miss. And the stock is down. It was 8%. Down 9.5% at one point. Now it's only 8%?
Yep.
Wow. Okay. I own Target. Don't buy a stock just because I or anybody else on the internet says it. I'm here to teach a process. I cannot stress that enough. And I love the fact that I see people on Twitter and Instagram saying that about, like, Paul's trying to teach a process. That's what I'm okay owning Target. I'm fully okay owning Target. I'm hoping Target falls to $100 a share again. I don't think this is permanent. I thought when I first saw it was down 9.5%, I was like, holy cow, like, it's going to be terrible.
Now it's
down. And I look at this going, well, it was not great, but the two things they missed on were barely misses. Okay. Guys, if you think markets are efficient, what do I have to say about that, Mo?
They're not.
You're an idiot. Mm-hmm. And I know people who watch our channel realize that markets are inefficient because that's why you're trying to buy individual stocks.
And something made me think even further down that road was when we were talking about 6 to 7 rate cuts coming this year. Those are the same people that are the market efficiency people that are making these analyst expectations, that are saying where the market's going to go, et cetera.
Well, and the other thing is this. I heard Warren Buffett talk in the last 6 or 9 months about how it's really hard in the private market. That means the non-publicly traded market. The valuation don't differ by, like, it's not like you go from 10x EBITDA down to 3x EBITDA. It's always in the 4 to 6 times or whatever the metrics are. They tend to stay in the same range. He said, you can't get really screaming deals in the private market. Mm-hmm. So I sat there and thought to myself, okay, private market are businesses, public market are businesses. What's the only difference?
People have a say in the public.
People have a say in the public. People have a perception. There's a lot more news about publicly traded companies. Therefore, it drives value. If you can get behind that, if you can understand that, you're further along than 99% of investors out there. That helped me actually even realize more and more that what we're doing and our process we're teaching is very valuable. But it's all, everybody has the brain power to buy stocks. Not everybody has the stomach to buy stocks. But I know that the people in our community, in our inner circle, have the stomach or are trying to learn the stomach of buying stocks. Because you have to be able to look at this and say, should a company lose 10% of its value in one day because of this? Now, they might have guided different too. But look at, speaking of guidance, TJ Maxx beat and they guided poorly and they're up still. Mm-hmm. What's TJ Maxx up right now?
Look. They are up 6.17%.
6.7, what?
6.9%.
Wow.
They just jumped.
Wow. Oh, Yazid, got it. It's all the analysts combined. And that's why every Yazid asks, I mean, when a stock misses an estimate, who decides that estimate? It's all these analysts that come together and they do their estimates, and that's how it's decided. And that's why different companies have different estimates, because they pull analysts from different areas.
That's why on our website here, you have consensus EPS, consensus revenue. It's kind of all of them.
It's our feed that comes in on who those analysts are. Yep. Like, for example, we have Apple, but we only have 57 analysts following. There's no way there's only 57 analysts following Apple in this country, in this world. It's just the 57 that our data feed gets. That's why our data feed will be different than somebody else's. Paul, are you buying Ulta at these prices? Tyler, I have puts on Ulta at 365, I believe. But in full disclosure, I'm considering initiating the position here in the next week. But again, do not do it because of me. Remember, I hope I buy Ulta and it goes to 150. I hope I start buying Ulta and it goes to 150. If you're able to stomach that, then you're probably going to be doing very well in investing in life. I am able to stomach that.
380.50 right now, Ulta.
Chubb. Thoughts on Buffett buying Chubb? Guys, I don't understand insurance companies. My guess is if Buffett's buying Chubb, he probably knows.
Oh, Chubb.
Yeah.
Nice.
He probably knows, it's a good company. I've used Chubb. We've insured through Chubb. Well, Yazid, exactly. Remember, the analysts are just sitting there and I never care what analysts say. Like if an analyst sat there and said, Paul, this company's going to the moon, I'm like, okay. Like you got to remember, like I look at people like Mark Cuban and Kevin O'Leary who are considered geniuses in investing or in business. And when they say stuff on the internet, I just laugh. Like it doesn't faze me whatsoever. My brother was talking to me yesterday. He doesn't know who Dave Ramsey is.
What?
Mikey doesn't know who Dave Ramsey is.
Wow.
And then I mentioned the whole $1 billion, 0%. Mikey just looked at me like, and I was like, that's the reaction you should have.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, Dave Ramsey, Graham Stephan asked him if you could have $1 billion interest-free for 10 years, would you do it? He said no, because he's so anti-debt. It's literally, to me, the dumbest thing you could possibly say in finance. Literally the dumbest thing.
But so financially irresponsible.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't buy stock because of Paul. Trust me, I tried. Thank you. Thank you, Hans. Oh, that's so good. That's the comment of the day. Oh, that made me laugh so hard. Exactly. I took a big loss shorting all these things, and I am done shorting. I've learned my relatively inexpensive lesson. It was expensive for today, but it'll be inexpensive for the long run. That was funny. Yeah, who is Patrick Bet David? Who the Patrick Bet David?
You both.
You know, Brian, I haven't looked at PDD much detail because I have enough exposure to China through my Alibaba investment. Is that the right way to do it? Probably not. I probably should have. I do think China in general. I mean, just look at the numbers on China. Their indexes are down big time. If you bought a China ETF because you wanted to bet on China, that might be the right way to go. Mm-hmm. That might be the right way to go. Yes, correct. Everything's in cycles. Everything is in cycles. I look at Target going, do I think Target's going to have same-store sales declining every single year for the next 20 years? No, I don't. Could it happen? Sure. But that's why, guys, I want to have 30 to 40 companies. Because for me, I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket. I want 30 or 40 companies, and a couple of them are going to do absolutely terrible. I'm okay with that. But a couple of them are going to do even better than I could have ever imagined, and a lot of them are going to do hopefully somewhere in the middle. And hopefully over time, I'm able to get a return in excess of the market. Do I know that for sure? I do not. But I have found out one thing. The thing I'm programmed for is buying when stocks are down. That to me seems more important than just buying good companies at good prices, buying them as they fall. That's the key. I've really thought about this a lot in the last few years. I'm like, the real key isn't picking the right companies. It's picking the right companies as they fall or as they become cheaper. That's where you really can, it's like dollar cost averaging. If you invested more money as stocks went down, you're going to do better than the other way around, right?
Yes.
You're going to do better. Oh God, that was so funny, Hans. Hans. Yeah. Oh, he did?
Yeah,
Patrick Bet David was a multi-level marketer? Oh God.
He's an insurance guy, and now
he's from Iran, I think. Is that the case?
Yeah.
And I think he's a Christian from Iran. I think he's a Syrian, like
Correct.
I am.
Yep. He says that about 18 times every episode.
That he's from Iran?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Just in case you didn't know.
Gil, I would ask Dalton in the community right here about that, because Dalton likes those.
He likes oil.
He likes commodity-based businesses, and I don't. Oh God, that was so funny. Paul short in the market. Don't buy stock of Paul trust your treasury in the market. So funny. So I look at Target, and I'm sitting there going like, okay, how is Target? Is Target climbing back? Damn it. It's down only 7.6% now. Mm-hmm. Son of a gun. I'm Assyrian, Fadi. Assyrian, Chaldean. I was born in Iraq. Yesterday I was my fiance, soon to be my wife, and I are taking a nice cruise for our honeymoon. So I was paying for it yesterday, and the lady was like, first off, we were going to Europe to get on the cruise. And she goes, make sure you bring your passport to the ship. And I'm like, how would I get to this ship if I did not have my passport? But then she asked me the awesome question of, were you born in the United States? And I was like, I was not. She's like, where were you born? I was like, Iraq. And she said, really? I said, yes, IRAQ. I'm sure she's never talked to many people who are from
Definitely
Iraq.
not.
Yeah. Paul's a true Arab. No, I'm not an Arab, actually. Iran, Iraq. Well, that's how you pronounce it. Iraq, Iran, all that stuff. Mo has been hanging out in Florida too long. That's awesome gameplay. I'm really glad you have that mentality. Now, remember, guys, as a stock falls more and more, the news is going to get worse on it.
Yeah.
It's on you to sit there and go, is this news, one, accurate? And even if it's accurate, it could still be not representative of the true business based on the value. Yep. I mean, look at Michael Burry. He bought GameStop at like $4 a share. He exited way before the big, huge run-up.
Right.
But this is a company that literally was failing. And he's like, no, I think there's more to this value than people realize. Mm-hmm. That's a hard thing to do.
Yes.
Don't blame him. Florida's
especially
sick.
Everybody is saying the opposite.
Yeah. So I look at investing, and as I talk more and more about investing and realize more and more it's about the emotion, then I sit there and just say, that's why I choose to buy large cap companies. Will I do as well as a guy like Dalton who buys small cap? No, I will not do as well. If we're buying on the same process, he will likely do better. Why? Smaller businesses are followed by less people, followed by less retail. They're going to have much more disconnects to value. Even Warren Buffett says, if I had $1 million today, I guarantee I'd get 50% returns a year.
They have more room for growth.
Yeah. I mean, well, not only that, there's a hidden value because people aren't watching them.
Yeah.
That's the big thing.
It's a bunch of components. Actually.
Right. Habibi. Thank you, Hans. I look at all of this and say, I'm okay getting less return because I feel comfortable that when stocks are falling, those large caps are falling hard, I have no problem buying going, they're cycles. They're absolute cycles. And the cycles will go in and out, but as long as the companies stick around and get through the cycle, they will likely see newer highs as the economy turns back. Munger says the economy works like a spring, a coiled up spring. Eventually, at some point, it releases, and when it releases, it's incredible. You got to have the guts to be able to go, hey, if Target goes to $60, am I going to continue buying? I don't know. It's a tough one. That's a really tough one. I hope so. I can't say until I get there. Because I always hear people, I can't exclude myself from, I can look at myself from history and go, yeah, I bought stocks as they were like, literally, Paul, you're an idiot for buying this. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's fine. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Dalton would outperform Paul because he didn't short them. That is true, Hans. Dalton also would outperform Paul because Dalton has just blatantly outperformed me.
Yeah.
Dalton's returns
blatantly outperformed everybody.
Yes. Dalton has done a very good job in investing, but doesn't mean that look at Dalton. Dalton does a great job. He's pitched me 10 companies. I've bought 3. I don't buy all of them. I go, I don't like that one. And by the way, I still go back to that one company. Is Baidu a good buy right now? I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah. Oh, boy. Can you turn the volume up?
What was that?
Can you turn the volume up?
Yeah, it's pretty loud. Any thoughts on Forward Air or Medical Properties Trust? Both have plummeted lately due to seemingly one. Okay, I have nothing to do with it. I have not looked at these, but Chris, if you think they're one-time events, this is the gift to investors. If it's truly a one-time event that's temporary and the stock is selling at a good value, Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger say nothing's better than when a good company has a short-term problem they're just trying to get through. That's awesome. Well, Dalton, for one thing, he's not local. He lives in Illinois. And second thing, we don't have a nice camera on him, but we have talked about bringing him on air at sometimes. And also I love Dalton. He's watching. He's very technical. I've got to take Dalton down and say, Dalton, pump the brakes here. This is not what we're trying to, like, I like to think like a very simple person. Dalton is a very deep analytical thinker. Can I do that? Yes. I just get very frustrated with that. To me, if it's not an obvious buy, because my main criteria for buying a company are 3 things, 3 questions. And I talk about this all the time because it matters. And someday I think that if people interview me 50 years from now and go, hey, what do you think about investing? I'll say it's these 3 things. Do I think the company's going to be around for the foreseeable future, 10, 20, 30 years? If the answer is yes, then my second question, do I think the revenue and profit will be higher in the future than it is today? If the answer to that is yes, it leads to my third and final question. Can I pay the price that can give me an adequate return on my capital, on my investment, by buying it at today's price? If the answer is yes to all three of those, I'm probably onto something. If the answer is no to the third one, I just wait. And the answer could be no to the first two. But for me, I want to find companies that I think will be around for a very long time. Isn't BB like a cybersecurity company? Blackberry?
Good question. Do you think value investing process works in other countries besides the U.S.?
Yes. Every invest. Cash flow is cash flow, yep. Whether you're in Timbuktu or Tennessee.
Not expecting Tennessee.
Well, I wanted to do TGT, and I didn't think of another city besides state besides Tennessee. I was thinking city. What's a city with T? Tulsa? Tallahassee, Tulsa, Timbuktu, or Tallahassee. I should have said that. Oh wow, I didn't know that about BlackBerry. That's interesting.
Did you watch the BlackBerry show?
No, I haven't watched it. Was it good?
It's pretty good.
Is it?
It's not great. It's not like the Uber one or the WeWork one, but it's pretty good.
So I started the WeWork one. I couldn't really get into it.
Really?
The Uber one, Super Pumped, that was good.
Yeah. The WeWork one is weird.
What would I rather buy? Race at 25 or Bob at 35? Are you kidding me?
It's a no-brainer.
I would literally chop a leg off and sell it to somebody to buy Ferrari at $25 a share.
100%.
That'd be incredible. Any more progress in your 100-bagger process document? Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, I agree, Dalton. Yeah, and Dalton's really young. He's 26. Now remember, Dalton's part of our company. So you should not buy anything because Dalton says anything. I got to train Dalton on that. He's not here to tell you what to buy. He's here to talk about process. And if he tells you to buy something and you screenshot it and send it to me, I'll give you $1,000 if we can prove he said it. Because then I will go pummel him to death in Illinois. And I won't tell everybody where Dalton lives. But yeah, how's the market doing right now? That's pretty much even. Everything's even. Lulu's down almost 7%.
I would convince my parents to sell their house if Ferrari was $25.
That'd be incredible.
That's awesome.
God, that'd be incredible. The only issue I have with Ferrari is their difference between cash. But I think Dalton went and researched that. And he's like, yeah, I don't think it's as bad as you think. I was like, oh, okay, good. Crust. Is AOC only 26? No, she's not 26. Because you have to be 25 to run for Congress. Mm-hmm. And she's been in Congress for a few years now.
Yeah.
Oh, look at Zach. Zach's in the house. Yeah, Lulu's down almost 7%. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That's awesome, Steele. I'm really glad to hear that.
Steele's good. I like Steele. Good trader, too.
Dalton want to make a quick 500. But Dalton would also lose his job if he did that. That's funny. That's funny. Dalton want to make a quick 500.
That is funny.
BlackBerry. So I think a lot of government people still use Blackberries, though.
I think so. That's what I've heard. I don't know if it's true or not.
But I think it's because of the whole security thing.
Yeah.
Listen, I used to love my BlackBerry.
Me too.
I never used BBM Messenger, though.
Me either.
I always
BBM. Just texted.
I always just texted. Everybody loved BBM.
Yeah.
I didn't use it.
I didn't use it either.
Yeah. Paul, also I want to say thank you to Everything Money Channel. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that, Gil. And I appreciate you saying that you've become a better investor. Time will tell. The markets are up. Listen, even I'm getting stuck in it. Like I look at my stock portfolio and I'm like, oh my God, this thing is up. And I'm the only person that rolls my eyes when stocks are up. But it's about applying the process that we teach to any sort of investment you want to make. That's why I always joke and tell people there's no such thing as I always say you're either an investor or not investor. It's not I only invest in real estate. I only invest in, no, you're an investor. If you remember that every investment's the present value of all future cash flow and realize that the less you pay for that cash flow, the better you'll do, it's going to make decisions and your thoughts in the future a lot better. And you also have to remember that the market is going to not care about what your opinion on the company is. It's going to do what it's going to do based on the emotions of the people in it. Okay? If you remember that and you go back in history and take your viewpoint out further and see all the shit that's happened in this country in the last 75 years, and you still see stocks that have gone, you still see the stock market's gone like this, you'll probably do well. The problem we have is we live in a world of day-to-day living. We live in a world where 70 years ago, the average hold for a stock was 8 years, 6 years, and now it's 2 months. Now, I'm sure that also includes the day trading and things like that that's become a lot more popular and easier as technology has advanced. But you're also going to see that, I think, that when things turn, people are going to be more dramatic about it. You know, look at COVID. We had a crash of 40% in a matter of 1 month. We also had a rebound very quickly. Those are the questions we have to ask ourselves. What's this world look like in the future? That's true, Matthew. Should we call it? No, I'm not even going to say it. See ya, Michael. Thanks for joining in. You loved the Razor? Please tell me you're joking, Dalton.
Back in the day, I loved the Razor.
I never had a Razor. I refused. I had the Trio.
The Palm Trio?
Yeah.
I had one of those too.
I remember hearing a ding all the time going, what the fuck is that sound? And not realizing it was a text message.
Yeah, I love the Razor.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Not many phones that I've had. The only phones I never really liked that I had were Nokias.
Yeah, look at Nokia.
Yeah.
Didn't Microsoft buy them?
They're still public.
Are they?
Yeah.
They spin them off?
Maybe.
I don't know. I feel like my allergies have caused my throat to hurt much more.
My allergies are just owning me.
And I'm taking Claritin every day.
I'm literally walking around with these.
What flavor is that?
Honey lemon something. You can, yeah.
Can I try it?
Yeah.
Honey lemon?
I have not.
Be more Middle Eastern, please.
There was.
Have I ever heard my dad say honey and lemon together?
I was hoping that they had like just lemon, but they didn't. I was like, all right, I really want lemon.
Why can't you do orange?
They didn't have that. They didn't have anything.
You
don't like it? Some Swiss Alpine herbs. Anyways,
Jesus Christ, Mo.
I gotta have. Fuck. I have coffee.
That was awful.
Flonase. What's the stuff you saline? I'm trying everything. Won't go away.
Advice for young investors. Tyler, great question. Advice is dollar cost average and low cost ETFs. Learn about the emotions. Get yourself into thinking about that. If you want to buy stocks, start with a small percentage of your portfolio and then grow it as you get better, but dollar cost average and the low cost ETFs at all times. You will watch that money compound and you'll be so disgustingly rich in 40 years. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Baklava is the worst.
Baklava is terrible.
Come on, Habibi. Go back to Florida. Baklava is awful. My dad was like, baklava is the best. I'm like, no, it's actually the worst thing that ever existed.
My dad, there was a Christmas back in the day where my grandpa ordered a tray of baklava, and my dad just ran through the entire thing. Grandpa came down in the morning. He's like, who ate all my baklava? My dad will just rip through an entire
So it was
box.
like a chocolate chip cookie, the U.S. equivalent of a baklava?
I think so.
But everybody loves chocolate chip cookies.
Correct.
Baklava is just this pistachio, almond, not walnut.
Sticky,
I mean, I don't even, not almond.
Nasty. There's like powder falling out of some of them.
Oh, that was the worst. Ricola. Is that Ricola?
Yeah.
Ricola. Funny thing is, I love tea with honey and lemon.
That's why I thought I would like it.
It's the worst.
This is not a good flavor, but it's making me stop coughing for
I don't cough.
Fair trade honey,
baklava is awesome.
Stanley Hudson loves baklava.
Oh, wow, Steel Horse. That's awesome. Good for your son. I got started when I was 13, 14 and made a lot of mistakes and then fast forwarded, killed it for a long time and then made a lot of mistakes. And hopefully I'm starting a new method of killing it for a while.
Thoughts on shawarma? Could eat it every day of my life.
My favorite Middle Eastern meal is dolma.
Dolma's very good.
And my dad makes the best version of it. I'm trying to get Lisa to make it. She went to the Mikey's house one time and learned how to do it with my dad, but I don't know if it's stuck.
Does a good job.
Let me ask Lisa. Let me ask Lisa. When are you making me dolma? Question mark. Oh, who do you like in the? Oh, listen, love Wolverines, not Wolverines, Timberwolves. I hope that the Timberwolves win the title. Good Midwest town. I want Cat to stay there. I want Ant to stay there. I want to have him good run. Here's what I love about the NBA. This year will be the 6th year in a row of a totally new person who isn't repeating as a winner of the NBA. finals.
How's Golden State? Are they not good anymore?
Well, they're just. I
okay?
believe they're still going to be good, but they just didn't make the playoffs this year.
Whoa.
Yeah. Why do all the pictures of Dalma look like slugs? I have no idea. If Nvidia missed expectation, whole stocks go down. Nvidia's not going to miss expectations.
No.
I shouldn't say that.
Let's see what their expectations are.
Oh, that's awesome, Jackson. How old are you now? Let's go Pacers. Listen, I love the Pacers. I want it to be Pacers Timberwolves finals. 4 people in the world are going to watch it, but that's what I want. I want Pacers versus Timberwolves. And the Pacers almost won last night. So guys, I finally joined DraftKings. I'm still waiting for my FanDuel account to get reenacted, but I do $1 bets. At halftime yesterday for the Celtics-Pacers game, I bet the Pacers to win because they were down. And freaking Jaylen Brown, or whatever his name is, hits the freaking 3 at the end to tie it. I was like, no, and Celtics won. But it paid out like $6 on a $1 bet. Yeah. UTMA counts. UTMA, I used to have, I mean, I think you have to do them, don't you? I think UTMA has to be done for kids under 18. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know exactly. I don't have kids, so that's, God, the Pacers would be awesome too. But I do hope the Timberwolves win it.
So Nvidia last quarter reported $5.16 earnings per share. They beat $4.59. They reported $22.1 billion in revenue. Their expectation was $20.4 billion. Now they're expecting $5.60 earnings, $24.6 billion in revenue.
They're gonna crush. Doesn't mean if they crush though they go up.
No, right now they're like they just can't break through that all-time high that was created.
Nick, go fuck yourself. Oh, TJX. So what are they at now?
Okay, let's go.
So Tyler, that's exactly it. Millionaire making one. I do the bets for fun. I'm not trying to. I'm not going to move the needle in but it's just more to like, oh, I'm like, okay, this is fun. I get to hope for something, and that's why I do it.
6.7% on TJX.
Wow, 21. No, that's awesome. Wow, $24 cost basis on Apple. Nice job, Jackson.
Wow,
only one person I know with a lower cost basis than you, and that's asshole right there. Mo has a $17 cost basis.
Hello.
You're going to become an advisor. Jackson, I want to remind you about one thing. As an advisor, your job is to do one thing.
Sell.
Sell. Who said sell?
Me.
That was a weird voice.
Sell.
Yeah, that's it. You're not here now. You can sound smarter by talking about the 8 pillars and all these things, but at the end of the day, your job is to sell. You're not going to be paid. If you do this process, you're not going to have many clients, because in order to do it, you got to do it when stocks are going up to say avoid them. That's not going to be a popular opinion. I bet Paul $1 that in 10 years he won't be calling Tesla only a car company. And by the way, you very well could be right. I would not take that bet because I don't know what the future holds. What I do know is today Tesla is just a car company.
Just wrecked his day.
Paul is doing his RuPaul voice. Do I have a bad voice right now?
What's RuPaul?
So explain this, Ermine. I want to understand this because I don't necessarily agree with Apple buying back stock right now. What was he complaining about with the Apple stock buybacks? That's interesting to me. Roasting stock Mo in these videos didn't get you blacklisted? No, why would I be? Why would we be? I think it's allowed. The only thing that we did a great video back in the day that immediately got taken down. I didn't know it was going to take it down. We were basically watching a Shark Tank episode and commenting.
That was really good.
I was so excited to do this. I was like, oh, this is going to be great content. And I didn't realize that Shark Tank immediately caught it. YouTube immediately caught it and took it right down. Yeah. And it was such...
We didn't realize that you couldn't do that.
Yeah, and that was naive of us. But I was like, oh my God, I was so excited to do this idea.
Those would have been cool. It was like analyzing the deals that they were making. It was really cool. And breaking it down more simply.
Oh, speaking of Cybertruck, since Saturday, I have seen 6 Cybertrucks on the road. I saw one again this morning. I'm like, how am I seeing so many Cybertrucks? And it's not like I'm traveling in one small area of Cleveland. I mean, Cleveland's like this big, and I'm traveling all through this area, and I see 6 Cybertrucks. They sold like 1,500 last month.
So,
no.
So this guy, I guess I could show it on. I'll show you. This guy wrapped his Cybertruck to look like a Toyota Tundra. And I was like, this is what my father would do.
Why?
I don't know, but my dad, you guys don't, you think you're obsessed with any company in the world? My dad's obsession with Toyota is on another level.
Is this it? For real?
What is that thing?
Cybertruck. That's Kanye's Cybertruck.
Hell?
It should be a video.
Well, I'm like, I don't watch videos.
Huh.
Jesus. Jackson, could you
Expand on what?
expand on what? What are you asking me to expand on? Oh, like Real Nick just posted. Oh, can you post the Shark Tank video to the EM site? That's a good idea. Write that down, Nick. Find out if we can do that.
It can be private content if you're in the community.
But if we post it on YouTube, I think YouTube just says, no, you can't do this. Can we do it on Vimeo?
You can do it on Vimeo.
You think so? Vimeo's not going to do anything about it?
So.
If I hear one more person talk about Corollas on, by the way, if you don't follow me on Twitter, then grow up. EM Paul G. Follow me there. Follow our main account. I just love how Twitter is all about Corolla. The average millionaire drives a Corolla. I know a ton of millionaires. Only one of them drives a 12-year-old car, and I make fun of him for it constantly.
I know who it is.
Of course you know who it is.
I guess I can't think of it right now.
Who's the cheapest millionaire you know? Our buddy in the group chat. Matt.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. He would be, I hope he's not watching this because he'd probably hate me for saying
My dad's obsession with Toyota. If I ask him to like, hey, Dad, can you buy me this car? He'll be like, no. Can you buy me this car? No. Dad, will you buy me a Toyota? Whatever. Oh, sure. Whatever you want. Whatever you want.
I sent Dad a Land Cruiser because the new Land Cruiser coming out, and Dad used to love Land Cruisers. He's like, and he said something like, it looks like the Bronco. So here's what Jackson was asking. What you said about being an advisor. Being an advisor is about getting assets under management. If you want to invest money, join a company that actually manages money in a fund. Don't join and be on the investment side of that. If you want to go out there and sell, be an advisor, and by the way, there is value to being an advisor. What we're trying to teach in this community, in this inner circle, is that you don't need an advisor. The advisor are the people in the community. The advisors are the people in the inner circle. It's expensive to have an advisor help you. People think that private wealth and financial advisor means they can pick stocks. There is literally not a single advisor I know. I'll put it this way. If I went to the 5 advisors I know in Cleveland and said, let's have a debate on my channel about investing and about financials, I can 1,000,000% guarantee nobody would take me up on it. Yeah. I've offered them 10-year stock return challenges. After they criticized my recent return, go, great, let's do a 10-year challenge. Crickets. Never been taken up on it.
And an advisor, like literally today is a good example. I bet there's some advisors that are contemplating getting rid of Target today if it's in the portfolio.
Oh, for sure.
That's the problem.
For sure.
And they're probably looking at going to TJ Maxx or something like that. That's the problem because of a quarterly earnings report. That literally means nothing.
So Rob, I get what you're saying. Being a millionaire doesn't mean anything. I don't think it doesn't mean anything. But if you know the person, he's young and he saves a lot of money and he lives in a $300,000 house. He's not a millionaire because of his home.
Correct.
I get what you're saying though. But this is a young person, closer to Mo's age than my age, and he's worth almost $2 million from saving money with him and his wife, and that's it. Yeah, Graceland is in foreclosure, I believe.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Are we in?
I have no desire to own anything about, like, what's his name? Elvis does nothing for me.
I don't get it.
Can't Help Falling in Love is a great song, though. But then I think UB40 did a better version of it, though.
Blue Christmas is a good song. He has a bunch of good songs, but I don't.
He died when he was my age.
I know.
Isn't that nuts?
I think he's still alive.
Yeah, good call. If you want to be cheap, just don't drive your car. I hate those people. There's no way, Hans, that those people are being serious. They got to be trolls. Like, it's me going on there saying something like that. Is buying a base 3 Series too. Listen, I criticize people who save too much. I criticize people who spend too much. You got to live your life, but you got to save. And I used to be the person, like, I'm enjoying life more by spending more. Mikey and I are getting a big refinance tax-free check in like 6 weeks. I'm taking 100% of it in my personal account. I'm not saving $1 of it. Because I already have enough real estate and stocks and everything where I'm like, if I go save that money, it's not going to make a dent in my, I'd rather spend the money today on something I really enjoy and want to do. You are 100% correct, Jackson. It's a people job, not an investment job. 100%. Now, with that said, you can sound smarter by learning the things you do and just saying, remember, stocks go up, stocks go down, news follows the stock price. The things you're going to learn on this channel, in our community, in our circle, these are the things you can apply to your investors to be smarter than the average financial planner.
Yep.
Good job, Paul. What's good job, Paul? All right, Arian, I think we did a video on Lululemon recently. You might want to check that out.
There's a Lululemon outlet at the that outlet mall that we went to in Florida, in Fort Myers.
When did we go to Outlet Mall in Florida? Oh, right, where the J. Crew is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that's a crazy store. It's awesome. They have so much stuff.
The Lulu?
Yeah. They have stuff. They have this daily deal where they put one thing that's like on a 80% discount. They have the same stuff in stores that they have in that store for like 80% off. It's awesome.
Yeah, Lulu.
Yeah.
What's better today value? I think Nike's, but to me, Nike is a better value than Lulu today.
Yeah.
But you know, my assumptions are going to be more conservative and don't go off my assumptions. But I look at Nike going, this is a stock that's down almost 50% from its high when it was it wasn't reasonably priced. Oh, thanks very much, Hans. Listen, it's hard for me, and I talk about this a lot because my views on saving and living life have changed drastically. But, you know, part of it also, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, is my fiance is significantly older than me. And I want to enjoy life with her while she can. I mean, there's going to be a time in the next 20 or 30 years where she's not going to be able to travel as much. She's going to be hindered. She's a lot older than me. So that's been a benefit. Also, we have one grandkid. We're going to have many more. We're hoping to have 9 or 10. I don't know if that's going to happen. And I want them to be able to... I want to put money away for them where they can retire younger by saving more money. So our plan is to give them money if they save money. So for every dollar they save up to a certain point, we're going to match it, kind of like our own matching plan, right? So it's going to get them to save money, but allow them to enjoy life. Because to me, I have really changed my focus on, I still want to make a lot of money. Don't get me wrong. Please don't ever think that I'm saying, I want to make more money every single year. My net worth goes up every year. Fortunately, my income goes up every year, but my idea of double, tripling, quadrupling my income in the next year or two does not exist anymore. I'm happy with 10, 15% growth every single year, but it's all about enjoying that. We travel better than anybody I know, I think.
I agree.
I love our travel. It's our largest line item except for our home. To me, that's just like, and I'm 42. I'm going to be 43 in 6 weeks, and I'm looking at going, okay, this is a fun way to live life. Thanks so much, Jackson. That's very nice of you. What's up, Saul? Welcome to the show. Tristan, I've done a lot of videos on BABA. I would check them out. My opinion on BABA is a lot of risk, but could be worth it. If I had 30 BABAs to invest in at these valuations and this kind of risk profile, I wish I had that. But who knows? I'm comfortable with it, but it's not for the faint of heart. And I would not do it just because I'm comfortable with it. You really have to be ready for BABA to go down because Nick has 180% of his net worth in BABA. Yeah, Dalton. Are you planning on having one kid or just give the inheritance to the grandkids? Well, we're not going to have kids because my wife is not able to have kids anymore because she is a lot older than I am. And I don't plan on leaving all my money to my grandkids. I have nieces. I've already gifted my nieces enough that they can retire early and live a decent life. Not enough for them to live my lifestyle, but that's not the goal. And the rest of it, I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. I literally have no clue what I'm going to do with the money. I'm sure at some point I'll come up with some sort of cause because I'm very big on helping kids, and I'm sure I'll have some charity that does that. But I don't believe in legacies. I don't believe in what's my legacy going to be after I die. Nobody gives an F after you die about you. 10 years later, nobody gives an F about you, right? So my focus here is enjoying life now. And as I get older and older, my spending will increase doing the things that I love doing. Like when I'm 80, I don't know.
The amount of hookers and cocaine will be off the chain.
If Lisa's dead, yeah. Lots of hookers and cocaine.
Fair.
Yeah. I don't know, Brat Bike. I have no idea when anything will pop. Paul, what do you mean by a lot? You talk as if she is a Social Security age. She's close to it, Rob. She's 60. So, yeah, she's close to it. Ain't no free speech here. What happened?
I don't know. Oh, I see.
Fuck you, Matt.
Unbelievable.
Spend it all on DraftKings. I do what? So right now, my DraftKings account. Let's see how much money I have in my DraftKings account. Rob was sitting there going like, you say it like she's Social Security. Yeah, she's 2 years away. I have $19.70 in my DraftKings account. It would take a long time for me to go through, burn through my money. I have one grandchild, Tristan. I have one. Hey, Gene, what should I do with the money? I have one grandchild, and I have 3 stepkids, and we're really hoping. I joke with Lisa all the time. I go, Lisa, should I bribe the kids to have more kids? We just want Lotta's we love this grandchild we have right now. It's so much fun, and the great part is, I see him exactly how much I want to see him. I don't have to deal with all the other BS of him waking up at. Like, he wakes up in the morning, and I still have 30 minutes to sleep. When they spend the night, like when her kids stay the night, that happens about once or twice a month. I wake up because he's like in the great room, hitting the piano keys, and it's like 8:45, and I'm like, I might as well get up. And he's been up for 2 hours. Jimmy, yeah, well, she's closer to 60 than 58. Yeah, she's a great person. Mo knows her.
Yeah, she's great.
Is Social Security age 67? I don't think so.
I have no idea. I know it moved around a lot in like between 2008 and 2012.
By the way, she also doesn't look like a 60-year-old woman. Would you not agree with that, Mo?
No, she doesn't.
Like, literally, people think she's 45. Like, literally, I've had people say like they thought I was older than her. Good genes, not good doctors yet, but there'll be good doctors involved at some point in the future. But, it's easy. No, I'm 42, going to be 43. Thank you, Tristan. That's very nice of you to say. Is Social Security 67 now? Oh, where's Pancho? Where's Paula? Paula is in Mexico. She is married and has a kid on the way. So
62.
Yeah, Lisa is great. Thank you, Dalton.
Receive Social Security retirement benefit as early as 62.
Oh, okay. Carl, those are the 2 questions. Pancho's still living there. Tyler, my first job out of college, I only had one job. I worked in the finance department of a car dealership. I was very fortunate, made a good buck, maxed out my 401k, saved money, still also spent buying stupid stuff that I regretted. And then I went and started investing in real estate and built this thing. I always handled my family's money, and then I just parlayed into that. So it was a different, yeah. Good genes, and there will be good doctors along the way. Lisa doesn't like the whole conversation about age, and it bothers me.
Really?
Well, because,
I guess I can't put myself in the shoes, so I don't know.
Me, I love getting older.
Every year has gotten better.
Every year has gotten better in my life. Since every single year is better than the last one.
Yeah.
So Brat Bike, that's what a company would do. If they're buying back cheap shares, the goal is, hypothetically, they get back to 1 share and the company makes $5 billion. It's $5 billion per share in earnings. What's the company worth if you can buy it for? That's the whole idea of buying back shares. The EPS goes up and up, but it's very, very important that they buy back undervalued shares. It can't be at any price. It's a value destroyer if you're buying back overpriced shares. Very much a value destroyer. Bum, bum, bum. Paula is very nice. Even Lisa talks about Paula, going, oh, she was such a nice. And Lisa never met her. Mo met her several times.
Yeah, she's a nice girl.
Yeah, very nice. Paula is a very, very nice person. Age does not matter. Friend, soul matters. Well, my soul is pretty dead. So, well, Steele, I'm actually flattered you say 25 because my wife would say a very different age. She thinks 12.
Like a 25-year-old? Yeah, more like a 2.5-year-old.
Well, it's either 12 or 80. We joke and say I'm either 13 or 80. I'm one of the two. I listen to 13-year-old girl music, and I walk around the mall like an old Jewish man walking around looking for change on the ground.
Correct.
As long as you have a paper bag handy. Where can I park cash? I think 90-day Treasuries is a great place.
All day.
Yeah, why not?
What they're sitting at.
Yeah. Let me see if I can show a reasonable picture of Lisa without giving away her identity.
Oh, that's why it's not working.
I'll show my favorite picture of Lisa.
90-day Treasuries right now are 5.4%.
Can you see this clearly?
I can't. I'm waiting for it to pop up there.
Is it clear?
Nick, is it clear?
Oh, that's awesome, Saul. What's blank? Oh. Is it pretty clear?
It's black again. Hit the lock button.
Again? There you go. Yeah. Anyways, that's enough. Vic's going negative, bro. You're probably right. That's Saul. I'm glad you enjoyed that.
Oh, good.
Why 3 month over in 1 month Treasury?
I mean, do it 1 month if you want.
What's the 1 month yield?
It doesn't have it on
Because
here.
to me, if you have the cash for 1 month, you're probably gonna have it for 3 months, and the yield's bigger for 3 months. Your interest rate risk is nothing. So might as well do it.
Yeah.
What's the 1 month at?
It's not on this website.
Can you look it up?
I guess.
We have a few more minutes, guys.
1 month Treasury yield right now.
You can buy treasuries out to any date and sell them. You can, but if you go out 30 years and interest rates go up, you're going to take a principal loss on that money. As long as you hold the money for the entire time, then you get all your money back and the interest. But there's an interest rate risk that's there.
5.5. So it's actually higher.
Oh, is this? Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, whatever you like. I think that's way too labor intensive.
Thanks, Brian. Thank you, Mike Checks. What'd you say?
Too labor intensive.
Well, you have your guys do it.
Yeah.
That's what I just do the 90 days.
Same. Or 6 months if it's better. Like at the time when I wrote my last one, 6 months was better, so I did that one.
Oh my God, that would be incredible. Definitely no one should have fun superimposing pictures on Paul screens. Put that guy who's at the edge of the bed naked. R.I.P. What do you think about the oil released? I can't see because of stupid heart.
I don't understand how this heart is still here.
Like, how is that? How are we the only people complaining about this heart?
It's terrible.
I'm just going to hit there you go. When you starting a real estate channel?
Good question.
Very soon, Steele. Very soon. It is in the works. How are the markets doing?
Let's see.
Everything's even, basically.
That's kind of how it started, right? Yeah, dead even.
Well, money markets have, I think, more risk on principle than treasuries do. Again, it's not a big risk, but for me, I'd rather just stick my money with the U.S. government because the chances of the government defaulting. Money markets are based on the companies that back them. Yeah, Hans, that's going to happen. Should I go YOLO? YOLO, baby. I'm just kidding.
There's no hassle of going into treasuries either. It's not a hassle.
Yeah, I don't think it's a hassle.
It's easy. It's the same thing as executing a trade.
Yeah, I mean, it's more than just sticking money in the money market.
Right.
But yeah, I get what he's saying. But I think it's fine.
The Fed speaks today?
Yeah, they talked today.
Oh, nice.
Prayer for peace. Baba stock is soaring. Here's everything you need to know. Money market's also less return, about 0.4% less. Yeah. That's why it says. All right, guys, we're pretty much to the end of this thing. Thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Everything Money. I'm not even subscribed on my account. Let me hit subscribe here.
Me either.
Isn't that funny?
Have a great day, guys.
Take care. See you next 2 weeks.